Namaste. Don't blame people and don't blame systems. Instead, what do? Do you want to be the person that blames people all the time, blames groups of people, and identify with that victim mindset? I don't know if people really understand what it means to be a narcissist. When you blame other people all the time and play victim, those are narcissistic traits. When you do have these types of traits, something happens, somebody sends you an email, somebody sends you a text message, somebody says something that's not within your value set. When you blame somebody and develop resentments, you're only harming yourself. Imagine you getting upset at somebody and then having a conversation with them about it. You've been heard. They heard you, but they're experiencing some resentment now too, because that is the vibration. That's the frequency that you're sending. You're sending an implicit resentment bias. They did that to me. I can't believe this. I need to say this. And then the event is over. You might feel better for a little bit of time. However, you're carrying around resentments all day long. They did that. I can't believe them. Do I deserve this? When you try to fix these emotions, when you try to overcome them and control them, what happens is that you could develop even more resentment. Those resentments compound over a period of time. When you have this neurobiologic stress cascade, the cortisol increases, oxytocin decreases, you want immediate dopamine to quiet the amygdala or the emotional brain down. If you were to be able to access the prefrontal cortex at this time, wait a second, let me consecrate this, that means surrender, let me accept it, that's acceptance and commitment therapy. Let me create some dialectical behavioral techniques. Oh, let me understand them first. However, I'm not going to take any risks on this. I'm going to practice mind hygiene and then write it down. And when you do accept it, does it get better? No, but you just keep doing that. Imagine if you developed some sort of resentment towards somebody, an ex-boyfriend, an ex-girlfriend, when you were 12 years old. And now what you've done is you've grouped everybody into that category. That man did that, that woman did that. They're always going to be like this. They're like this forever. This is the way this group of people are. Now, I'm not saying this about you, but you've heard other people say all men are bad, all women are bad, everybody's evil. Oh, that system, but they shouldn't be doing that. Oh, it's just a broken system. I'm not the person who's trying to advocate for a system or advocate for an individual. There are a couple of things here, is that this helps me stay away from eating bad, from not working out, from not taking care of myself, and also being able to live with myself and to inspire you as I'm working through many resentments in my life. And what this allows me to do is to inspire you as well and say that, look, here is a different way that you can look at it, or not look or think. You know, in the practice of mind hygiene, we write. Here is a study on people who blame other people and what happens. A 2010 study in emotion, Cross et al., showed that when people focus on blame, their prefrontal cortex activity drops and their limbic reactivity increases, meaning blame literally weakens emotional wellness, what people call regulation, and amplifies distress. What this means is that, now the reason why I said emotional regulation is because in my mind, when I try to control my emotions, I develop resentments. Instead, let me just embrace it. Let me just accept it instead. Look, this email, this text message, this person who said something, I'm gonna feel some way about it no matter what. But I gotta have the courage to talk to them about it, to sit down face to face, eye to eye, so I can relieve myself of this resentment. Is everything going to be perfect here? No. But imagine if you're feeling good 70% of the day. If you have a conversation, 70%, 80% of it goes well, meaning that you have the conversation, you're not looking for something specific, you're not looking for a specific outcome. Maybe you're looking to be heard, but you're not looking for them to implement all of these different things. For example, if I get a patient complaint, what I'm first going to do is I might feel bad a little bit, but what I would like to do is to understand where they're coming from, what happened in the morning before they came in to my clinic, what happened during my clinic visit. I'm focusing on what they're experiencing. And then after that, I shift it to myself. Did I do something? And then I just say, look, I need to relieve myself of this resentment. That is an empathic implicit mindset. And there's only one way, in my personal opinion, to get to that. is to write down every single thing that's ever happened to you, all the resentments over and over again. Well, you're like, that's going to take too long. Well, then life could suck and you could be in implicit resentment bias all the time. Your mind could be looping in resentments. They did that. I can't believe this. You eat bad, you drink bad, heart attack, stroke, death, diabetes, hypertension, medications. All of that could ensue. And I know that because I'm a practicing board certified family doctor and I've been sober from alcohol, drugs, cocaine, marijuana, and gambling debt for 7.5 years. So I can empathize with people who have gone through these things. I don't eat sugar. I might have bread very occasionally. And this is still new to me, right? December 24th of 2024 is when I quit eating sugar. So we have about another 3 weeks left for my 1-year anniversary. And in that, I might have had a burger a few times. I may have had some bread a few times. Because the reason why I had sugar is because of resentment. And the only two things that really helped me to not eat sugar, to not eat fatty food, the alcohol, smoking cigarettes, that was such a long time ago. I don't even remember it. But down the street, I got a 7-Eleven where I can get some gummy bears. Okay, I can go down the street to the supermarket and get some Lay's potato chips. Oh my God, man. Sometimes I still think about them. I haven't had potato chips for 5 weeks now. And I just thought that I would stop. I never was addicted to it before. But I realized that when I start feeling bad, boy, I want to down some Lay's potato chips. Crunch, crunch, eat, snack, snack. Gosh darn it. But in any event, in the description, there will be a mind hygiene guide that you can download and you can follow along the process. I'll also leave you a link in the description to a mind hygiene study that I conducted on patients. And also, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on it if you feel that there's something that I could do better, or if you have something to add in how you work through resentments. And I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.